Okay. 519. Arithmetic means. All an arithmetic mean is the numbers between terms. So if I say the terms, if I say we have a sequence 5, 10, 15, and 20. 10 and 15 are the arithmetic means between 5 and 20. It's just the terms that are in between two n terms, or between any two terms you want to say. So if I say place 3 arithmetic means between -4 and 8. So -4 is our first term. I want to place 3 numbers between them. 1, 2, 3. Okay? That's what 3 arithmetic means represents. Now we have to figure out what those numbers are. Okay? You always, if I say place it between two numbers, make the first number the first term and the other number the last term, and then just put the lines in between them. And then I say, okay, in this sequence, what's my A value? -4. What is my N? How many terms are there in that sequence? There's 5 terms. Does everybody see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms. So that's N. 5 terms. Okay. What is Tn? Or sorry. What is T5? That's what I wanted to say. The 5th term is 8. It's the last term. What am I missing? D. That's what I want to find. Okay. We only have one formula right now, which is there you go. Plug in everything to that. So Tn, which is T5, is 8. My A value is -4. My N value is 5. And then you solve for D. So what's 5 minus 1? So I get that. How do I solve this? Yeah. So you're going to add the 4 to each side. So I get 12 is equal to 4D. Divide off the 4, and I get, so D is equal to 3. That's their common difference. So what are the intermediate terms here? How do I get this next term? Add 3. What's -4 plus 3? Add 3 again. What's the next one? Add 3 again is? Add 3 again, you get 8. So it works out. Okay? We're going to be sucked out of the room. What? It keeps us safe. I'm looking out for you. All right. Any questions about that? Next page, please. All right. Here is our sequence. X plus 2, 3x minus 1, 2x plus 3. Figure out x. Okay. Now, hang on. Yesterday we learned that if you have a sequence I don't know, what's our sequence? 1, I'm just making this up. You don't have to write it down. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Okay, if I gave you that and I said, what's the common difference? What is it? 3. How do you find the common difference? So you can either go 4 minus 1, or you could go 7 minus 4, or you could go 10 minus 7, right? It doesn't matter which terms you subtract, as long as it's the term in front subtracting the term behind. This one minus this one, this one minus this one. It doesn't matter. You need to get all the same one. Okay? So if you have something that is like this, and I'm telling you it has to be an arithmetic sequence, because we only study arithmetic sequences in Math 10, then what that means, if this is the first term, and that's the second term, and that's the third term, that's T1, T2, T3, I can then T2 minus T1 should equal T3 minus T2. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? This is an important point. The term in front, T2 minus T1, has to equal 3. And then T3 minus T4 has to equal 3. And T4 minus T3 has to equal 3. Correct? Is that true? Okay. You can do it for this, even though it doesn't look like numbers. So what's T2? 3x minus 1. So I can go 3x minus 1, that's T2, minus, what's T1? X plus 2. When you subtract a binomial, what do you need to remember? Brackets. Okay. Must equal, what's T3? 2x plus 1 minus the term in front, which is T2, which is 3x minus 1. Again, bracket it. Now we're just going to solve for x. This negative goes in here. That's supposed to be an x, isn't it? Is that what you're pointing at? There we go. 2x plus 1. This negative goes in here. And then it's like a polynomial equation. Collect all your like terms on the left side, collect all your like terms on the right side. So 3x minus x is 2x. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. 2x minus 3x is negative x. 1 plus 1 is 2. What do I do with this bit of it now? Get all your x's to one side, get everything else to the other side. So I'm going to add this x over here to get 3x. I'm going to bring this 3 over here to get 5. And then what's my final stat? Divide by 3. So x is equal to 5 over 3. We'll do it in decimals. What's that? 1.2 point, yeah. 1.66, that's it. 1.6 repeating. How do you find all the terms now? You just put it in for x. If that's our x, it just goes in for x. So the terms, which are x plus 2, 3x minus 1, 2x plus 1, just put 1.6 into them. 1.6 plus 2 is 3.6 repeating. 3 times 1.6 is 5 minus 1 is 4. Plus 1. 4.3 repeating. Those are your terms. Okay? So if you have something that is all variables, find your d value by subtracting the one in front from the one behind and make them equal, and then just solve for the unknown. Yes? Think you can do that? Maybe? Yes? Try 11 and 12, please. Okay. The third and eighth term of an arithmetic sequence are 12 and 18 respectively. So basically we have 1, 2, the third term is 12, and the eighth term, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are negative 18. That's T3, that's T8. Use arithmetic means to determine the fifth term of the sequence. Basically, can we fill in the rest of them? Okay. Problem is, I don't know the first term. So that throws a wrench in our formula, because our formula is this. The only formula we know so far is A plus n minus 1 times D, right? I don't know what A is. I don't know what the common difference is. I don't know how we're getting these. So there's a formula that I will give you on your sheet. I'll write it on your sheet to find the common difference if you don't have two terms that are side by side. Because in everything else that we've done, like say this one here that I wrote out, you can find the common difference by looking at the next term. 4 minus 1 is 3. But in this one, we don't have it. So basically what you do, some of you could probably figure it out, is you're going to take T8 and you're going to subtract T3. So you're going to find the difference between these two terms that you know. Okay? And then you're going to divide it by the term numbers, which is 8 minus 3. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 5 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to this one. So whatever the difference is divided by the number of additions or movements, that's what you're really doing. So T8 is negative 18. T3 is 12. So negative 18 minus 12 divided by 8 minus 3, which is 5. So you get negative 30 over 5, which is negative 6. That is your D value. So if you want to know everything else, you can just go negative 6. What's 12 minus 6? 6. Then you subtract 6 again to get 0. Subtract 6 again, you get negative 6. Subtract 6 again, you get negative 12. Subtract it one more time, you get negative 18. So it works. How do I get the first two? You would add 6 because you're going the other way. So this is going to be 18. The first term is 24. So the formula, the way the formula is written is D is equal to T subscript P minus T subscript Q over P minus Q. And the P and the Q are the term numbers. that make sense? Just subtract the terms, the difference between the terms, that's the t's, and divide it by the difference between the term numbers. And that'll give you your common value, or your common difference, which is d. Okay? I would like you to do, which question was it? Oh, there it is. Number 14, just find d. That's all I'm asking you to do. Not what they say, just try to find d value. And do number 16, please.